Hey, what's up YouTube? So back with the Banshee today. Ended up getting a seat cover for it, so I'm going to be working on that today. Probably showing you how I'm going to go about that and getting that put on. Not much to say about it, I guess. Just gonna get this guy swapped out. And first things first, we're gonna go ahead and just obviously reach back here and find your latch and just pull this guy off. And I'm just gonna start with pulling all these staples out one by one. Probably just a flathead screwdriver and a pair of dikes or pliers, and we'll get that going. And just to make my life a little easier, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of the seat latch. It's just a couple 10mm nuts on here, and obviously just undo those, pull those out of the way, and then this will just pop right off. That way you could get in there with the staple gun and get the staples out of there. Okay, so I got all the staples out of it. As you can see, it just pulls off now. One thing to look out for that a lot of you probably don't know is if you get to looking, like this seat cover, you could tell was done not too long ago. Like I said, just not my style, but if you look, these things are just already starting to rust, and like some of them are pretty bad. That's because they are not galvanized. So when you get staples for your seat, make sure you get galvanized. The other thing is, your normal hand stapler is not going to be the best for doing this. I've tried it a few times, and it's just, this plastic is just so rigid and hard that it doesn't really want to go into it. So get yourself a little air stapler. You take the same staples as, you know, a hand stapler, but they shove them right in, no problem at all. And this thing's only like 35 bucks at Lowe's, so get yourself one of those. Okay, so I got the old seat cover off. I got the new one set in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and I'm just going to put the front over the front of the, I guess they would call this like the seat horn, and put that over the front of that, and then I'll come down, and once I get that over the top, I'll go ahead and I'll put a couple staples, and as you can see, about an inch down. You want to make sure it's as centered as possible, and then you go ahead and you pull it tight, and you pull it to the back, and then you'll add a couple staples about another 3/4 of an inch to an inch down on this side, making sure it's nice and square, positioning it. Once that's done, you should be able to pull in the sides, get those done, and then continue pulling around until everything looks flat and uniform, and then stapling it off. Okay, so you can see I got it stretched front to back, and I got the sides stapled down. I still have some like little waves here and there. Some of that's going to come out. I'll probably go ahead and pull the top staples and get them a little tighter. Maybe the back ones will pull a little tighter. You know, obviously you pull from the side here, and then I pull the other direction. That's going to get it to lay flat like this. And that's basically all there is to it. You just keep pulling it around, getting it to lay nice and flat, trying to keep your seam right on the corner, and just work from there. So you'll see I've only got a couple wrinkles left in this now. So basically it's just as simple as like just finding where to pull at. You'll see you just kind of pull it tight here, and that wrinkle will come out. Come over here to this side, and, you know, pull it this direction, pull it this direction, and then that wrinkle will come out there too. So it's pretty simple. There's not a lot to it. Just I think the main thing is making sure you get that seam right on the very top there. And same with on the back here. Making sure it's nice and square at the back, square down the sides. and then just pulling it, you're gonna have, it's gonna be lifted up here, but that's all just gonna pull down and pull out all these wrinkles. And when you're doing that, like I said, you just kind of pull certain directions to see what it's gonna do, how it's gonna shape, and that'll pull out all those wrinkles. So keep in mind too, don't get like really discouraged about this. Like it is kind of a pain. You know, you have to really know where to pull. You know, just like I said, just kind of move your hand around. Like, see, I mean, like this isn't really doing anything, and then all of a sudden it'll just kind of disappear. So like, even like this, you know, you just twist this up here and you'll see all these wrinkles come in. Some of these are going to go away too, because like if you pull back on, see how that is? When you lock it in on your quad, sometimes that little, you know, lock in on the front, when you push it down, it'll actually stretch all this stuff tight. So like I'm holding the back down and pushing on the front, it'll pull a lot of that stuff out too. So like I said, try not to get too discouraged. You know, you just, sometimes you have to pull a couple staples, pull it tighter here, pull it tighter there, maybe pull it this direction, maybe pull it this direction. As you can see, like that one starts to come out like that, but then it starts to lift another one there, so then you got to pull this one a little tighter. So it's just all about working with it here and there, and you'll get it. And there you have it, it's all done up. Got two last things to do here. You can see my staples. So like I said, these are actually ones I pulled because I messed up one whole side. I just went ahead and re-pulled it. It didn't look right to me. One tip you might want to do is, like I said, once you get stretched over the top, stretched over the back, pulled real nice and tight, it's going to be, you know, up off the seat here. Go ahead and set it on the quad just to look at it, see if everything lightens up. Because mine didn't. Mine was off. Like, even though it looked square, it was like, I'd say 1/4 inch this way and 1/4 inch this way, so it just didn't look right. So I went ahead and pulled some staples, shifted it over, and of course once I did that, it kind of threw everything else out. So that's why I ended up with all these, but it's well worth it to just go ahead and double check on the quad before you go stapling everything off. But like I said, I have two last things to do. One is which I'm going to go ahead and go around this whole thing and just trim off the excess. And I'll leave probably about 3/8 past the staples. Just keeps this from getting in the way of anything. And then I just got to put on the little latch, and then I can set it back on the quad and I'm all done. All right, there it is. Once again, I hope you guys like this. This is just beautiful, I think. Looks so much better. Really cleans it up. It's not that hard to do. I think it was like 40 bucks for the seat cover off of Amazon, I believe. And you know, it takes about an hour and a half to do. Just take your time. And like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching, and if you liked it, please like, subscribe, and give a comment. I'll see you on the next video.